I'm here now because I've made a decision. And who knows? Maybe in freaking 3 weeks from now, I'm not here. All right. But the thing is, I'm going to make decisions. When something happens, I'm going to make a decision. I'm not going to just sit there and just let life happen to me. I refuse to do that because it doesn't make any sense. I deserve better. I deserve to have the control, at least to be like people out there who are talking about, oh, the government can't make me do this. Government can't make me do that. But you sure as hell control yourself and put yourself in a box and don't allow yourself to grow. Like you don't give yourself freedom. Like you have to do things. You got to make actions. And that it's a lot more about action than it is about words. A lot more. And if you aren't doing that, then you've lost it. And you got to take a reset. And you got to say to yourself, hey, you know what? I'm willing to spend a couple $1,000s to get a freaking life coach because I'm not where I want to be right here. And who knows if it's supposed to be exactly what I thought it was, even more. But if it's going to bring me value, then let me just go ahead and sign up for it. You know what? And if I lose a couple $1,000s off of it, you know what? I got a learning experience from it, one, and I'm going to make that money back. I'm going to make that money back tenfold because I learned something from that. I'm investing in myself. If you invest in yourself, it's not a bad investment. If you're investing in yourself, it is not a bad investment because I count on me. Like I know that I'm going to win. No matter what, I'm going to win. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I thank God for my ability to be able to be smart. Yeah, I thank God for my ability to, to have a family. I thank God for my ability to be able to have my physical, well-being and whatnot. But regardless of what happens, I'm going to figure it out. Because that's a decision that I'm making every single day, that I'm not going to just stop. I'm not going to be submissive to an idea that this is not for me. I don't have imposter syndrome. I truly believe that I deserve to be where I am. Like everybody, I don't know if everybody does this, but I know that when I was growing up, I used to always hear that. Let me know when you're ready.
We live, baby.
Live right now?
Yeah.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Happy Monday, November 1st. What's the theme of November 1st, baby?
What's the theme of November 1st? Baby, we got 2 more months left in the year.
So you got to finish strong, baby. November 1st, 2021, finish strong. I know we all have exciting things going on in our lives. We all had goals we made at the beginning of the year. We got to finish strong. How you doing, Mike?
I'm good, Chris. How are you today?
Man, I'm fantastic. I'm actually pretty excited. I know we're going to have a... You know what today's... Actually, do you know what today's call is called?
Yeah,
What?
I know what it's called.
Well, I guess you know it because, you're here. But...
Wait, Chris, give me 1 second. It looks like our camera's lagging, so just give me 1 sec.
No problem.
We're going to do this.
Honestly, if you're a video guy out there and you know how to work these cameras and you're looking for a job, Mike's over here in the hot seat because
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening.
2 weeks in a row. But no, we got the best in the business, baby. I'm excited. We good to go?
I think so.
All righty. Let me hear where you guys are coming from. I got live. I got Anthony Pryor. I got, who else we got? I got Nate Burkett. I got Phillip. Got Bill. All right, got DJ. All right, so today, let me get straight to it because I love this stuff. And I think there's a lot of action-packed information we can get through today. But I want you guys to be interactive today because I want you guys to flood the comments when I ask these questions because the more you comment on this stuff, the more it's going to actually stick for you. All right, so today's topic is called the cash machine.
What's it called, Chris?
The cash machine.
The what?
The cash machine, baby. All right, so Giovanni said hashtag frozen. We got Terry and Seconds. How you say that? Sekatoon? How you say that?
I have no idea.
Anyway, it's in Canada. I know that's where it's at. But anyway, hey, what's up, Keith? How you doing, man? What we're going to do right now is we'll talk about the cash machine. All right? The reason why I call it the cash machine is because this, no joke, implementing this will put minimum, no matter where you guys are at, minimum $250,000, $300,000 into your business over the next 12 months. I'm talking about minimum if you implement this stuff. All right, so this is huge. This is huge. All right, to be candid with you, most of the time this is actually something we charge for as the coaching wise, but this stuff is super important. And if you guys are able to implement it, then you guys are going to be good to go. So I have to present it to you guys in a way that's easily implementable so that we can succeed together. All right.
Chris,
cash
before we go
machine.
any further, if you are excited to learn how to put $250,000 into your bank account, put cash machine in the comments.
Yeah, cash machine, baby. Tune. That's what Gary told me. But put cash machine in the comments, guys, because either give me some dollar signs or put cash machine in there, because the reality is this is super valuable stuff. I mean, straight up with you guys, this is how we over at CGN went from, I don't know, 60K months to 350K months. Like, it was like with this, within like a very short period of time, with just implementing this right here. All right, we good to go?
Yep, let's go.
All right, so let me give you guys a quick overview of what's going to happen. All right, so today we're first going to talk about the one big thing. All right, what's the most important thing in our business? Then we're going to work through what's called a VO chart. All right, a VO chart. After the VO chart, I'm going to talk about how we're able to use that VO chart to get ourselves to that brand messaging and offer. We're going to talk about pattern of life of our customers, and then cashing out finally. All right, so if you guys are good to go, I see some stuff coming in. Hell yeah, cash machine, let's get it.
Chris, what's the most important thing?
All right, the most important thing. Now, this is a theme. If you guys have not heard this by now, well, you guys are not listening, because I feel like I repeated this 1,000 times, but you've got to get this straight together, understood. All right, the most important thing for any business, all right, is the ability to consistently attract and close your ideal client who's willing to go forward at your price. All right, it's the most important thing. All right, it solves all the other things. You are in business. All right, if you are in business, you have a responsibility to make money. And if you do not have a consistent opportunity to attract and close, all right, that's why it's 2021. I hear people talk about, oh, I got this, marketing guy. I got this, SEO guy. I got this, whatever it may be, and he can give me leads. All right, it is not about leads. All right, it is 2021. I do not care a lick about leads. You will never hear me say, I'll guarantee you anything when it comes to leads. All right, what I'm talking to you about is the idea of putting money in your pocket. All right, having the consistent ability to attract and close. It's a two-part situation. Attract and close. All right, so I want you, if you're listening to this right now, all right, I want you just to say, if you understand the concept that it's no longer about leads, just write done. All right, if you understand the concept that you need to not focus, or that should not be the metric in your head that you're worried about. Now, leads do matter, but they do not matter in the sense of the quantity of leads that I'm getting. Because what I'm trying to do is I need to have the ability to attract and close. So if you're done with that concept, if you understand it, what I want you to do right now is I want you to go ahead and put done in the comments. All right, I'm gonna take a quick sip from this seltzer water right here. What are your thoughts on all that, Mike?
Yeah, it's funny that you throw that to me, because I got a few. Have you guys ever noticed that at CGN we never market ourselves as a lead gen company? Not once, maybe very, very early on it, but the transition that we've had, we are a sales company first. That is our role here, to help you find your ideal client, attract them, but most importantly, close them, because that is what Wealth Builder is all about. How do we take your ideal client, send them through the website, and by the end of it, they have their credit card out, ready to go to spend money with you. So it's not about lead gen, it's all about closing the sale.
And that straight up that's just being an informed consumer. All right, that's being an informed consumer. So I get it. In the contracting space, I mean, I know my guys, Tyler, Brian, Sean, Jeremy, are calling you guys. So I'm not apologetic about it, but I'm sure you guys are getting phone calls from people who are telling you about leads. Well, as you guys have been able to experience right now, over these last probably 18 months, there's an abundance of leads out there. All right. We're all looking to do is be able to actually systematically and consistently attract and close. All right. So now that we're done with that we understand that, let's go into how we make that happen. All right. So before we go into it real quick, what I want you guys to do is this. Take out a sheet of paper, preferably a lined sheet of paper. All right. I'm going to give you guys 30 to 45 seconds to do this, but take out a sheet of paper, preferably a lined sheet of paper, because we're going to do something right now together that's going to be huge for you and your company. All right. So I talked to you guys at the very beginning about this, about putting $250,000, $300,000 minimum. All right. For us, I'd say probably put like 1.5 into our pockets and going on to the future. Like next year, we're going to do $8 million. But this is a large reason why. All right. So I want you guys right now to go get a lined sheet of paper, have your pen or pencil ready, and let's get into it.
Let's go.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go. What I want to do is talk to you guys about a VO chart. All right? VO chart. All right? A VO chart, what it is pretty simple. You take that lined sheet of paper, and I want you guys to do, you can, if it's a normal sheet of paper, you can turn it, or it doesn't matter how you turn it, but actually just draw a line right down the middle. On the left-hand side, you're going to write the word value at the top. And on the right-hand side, you're going to write the word opportunities. All right? On the left-hand side, once again, write the word value. And the O is going to stand for opportunities. What do you think VO stands for?
Value and opportunities.
You can't get one past this guy.
Yeah, no, never.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go through this chart together. And if you guys are ready for this, if you guys got your paper together, give me some feedback. Go ahead and write VO in the comments because I want to get into this because this is going to be the framework, the basis of this entire conversation, the basis of honestly your opportunities going forward. Write this out. If you guys are good to go, write VO in the comments and we'll be getting into it. When I kind of walked you through this framework, it was kind of like the VO, like what was like your, do you have a big takeaway from that?
For me, it just reminded me of the exercise that we talked about on CGTV, I think last week, where it was we as a company sat down and we had to brainstorm all the reasons why our Facebook group is so valuable. And it was pretty much a competition to figure out who could create the most. I think I had 40, Melissa had 41. And this
I think actually Melissa cheated. Actually, no.
No, I cheated.
Because you were typing.
I was typing and she was writing. But basically, this exercise allows you to go deep past the surface level stuff of the value that you provide, and it's gonna stump you. You might be able to list off 20
All right, Mike,
pieces of value.
You're right. Like you were like, I cut you off for a second because I think that you get it so much, and I want to make sure that the team gets it as well. Yep. So let me go straight to it. I apologize about that.
You're good.
All right. What's going to happen is this. Right now, we're going to do probably about 5% of this together. The other 95% you guys are going to do on your own, but complete this exercise. What's going to happen is this. On the left-hand side of the paper that says value, you're going to do at least 50. All right. Over here at CGN, we did 100 because we wanted to stretch ourselves and stretch our minds. But I want you to write down 50 reasons, at least, the value that you provide to people. So right now, since we're going to do this on our own after this call or sometime this week, because we want to make sure that we turn this action into money, what I want you guys right now to do in the comment section, I want you to start writing value that you provide to your customer. All right? What value? Go right down in the comment section and start providing value that you provide to your customers. I'm going to start doing this. Get back time with family. That's something we do. Provide an opportunity to consistently attract ideal client. What else do you guys do? So I started off, guys, but start giving it to me right now. Start typing out reasons and value, the value that you provide to your customer. All right. When I'm talking to, like, let's say the average residential, let's say remodeler that I talk to, and I go through this exercise with them and I say, hey, what value do you provide? What do you think I most often hear?
You most often hear, if it's a remodeler, you're looking at more space or an updated space in terms of aesthetics and looks. But after that, if they're in our world, that's the difference. If they're in our world, they're hopefully already thinking about the transformation that they provide within a family dynamic in and of itself, right? More time with family, maybe a space for the kids to do homework, a place to entertain family and friends during the holidays. But after that, I'm very curious to know Who's willing to dive the deepest when it comes to the value that they provide?
Okay, so and that whole concept. So you guys are doing a good job, but I'm going to tell you right now, that's why it's so valuable. That's why we go down to, you guys honestly probably need to do 100. I was going to give you guys the opportunity to do 50, but listen about that for a second. All right, trustworthy people in their homes. All right, easy to work with. Customer service. All right, don't hate me. Don't hate the messenger, but I got to be real with you guys. If I'm going to be here, I'm going to be my authentic self. You guys are surface level.
Talk to them.
You guys are surface level right now. If you paint someone else's house and you provide protection to their most valuable asset, what happens when you provide protection to someone's most valuable asset? Well, you know what probably doesn't happen is you have people able to feel secure in their home. If people feel secure in their home, what does that do? Well, that allows for people to build relationships up together. If you provide outdoor living spaces to people, all right, what you're allowing yourself to do is allow families to connect in a different way. All right. Most time, if you connect oftentimes with your father or with your mother, there's an opportunity there for you not to go for you to go on the straight and narrow versus you going off a weary path. All right. You are able to connect in that space. You're able to bring families together in the kitchen. Conversations that are important. All right. Like probably silly and stupid, but I learned about the birds and the bees from my mom and my brother. My dad was in Okinawa, Japan. My dad was in the Marine Corps. My dad was in Okinawa, Japan. And I learned about that in the kitchen of my home, that conversation.
And now you have a child.
Yeah. Oddly enough, the conversation that I had, like I told my parents that that Megan was pregnant. We were having their first grandchild from me in the kitchen. All right. So if you guys are so surface level that you provide an awesome quality and experience, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I want you guys to dig deep.
Well, Chris, why do you need to dig deep? Because I have my own thoughts on this.
Okay. Well, you go first because I know I can harp for days why you need to dig deep, but let me tell you this first and foremost.
Because I can tell you
the reason why you need to dig deep is because most of you guys right now still are not understanding of your value that you provide people. All right. This is not the same conversation that you probably heard before. I want you to really think about the value that you provide, because it's not just about getting families time together. Like that's great. That's a lot more surface. That's a lot more deeper than just good customer experience, but you are keeping people, like, sadly enough, away from drugs, away from insecurity, because your parents oftentimes give you that security. We talked recently to Logan, and a lot of his, bravado comes from his childhood. My bravado comes from having a strong mom who was present, having a dad who was present in the Marine Corps, who decided to, go get his MBA, who decided to do these things. So I feel like, I got to go do this stuff as well. Like, I remember like this yesterday. Every time I drink blue Gatorade, I think of this one situation, because I remember I was probably sixth grade playing football, and I had ice. I put they had a little igloo cooler, put ice in it. I put the Gatorade, blue Gatorade powder in it, put water in it, put all this stuff together. And I was a bad kid, guys. I'm not like a bad kid, but I was very, very rambunctious. And my dad straight up said to me, you keep messing up, I used to get whoopings like it was my job. And he was like, yeah, if you keep messing up, I'll take some away from you that you really love. Well, at the time, I'm playing football. I start on both offense and defense. And my dad in my kitchen, because of being present and whatnot, I messed up in school, kept messing up. He took football away from me, not for a game, but for the rest of the season. And at the time, I absolutely hated that. But he learned, I really learned integrity in that conversation. I really learned on accountability. And that's what was able to happen because of the fact that we just have a space to do that. And I think that people they forget the true value they provide people. They forget the deeper level that you provide people. All right. So if you need to write down all the value that you provide. All right. All the value that you provide. Then, okay, you want to say something real quick?
No, you're good. Go ahead.
All right. Because I'm going to keep going.
I know you
all right.
are.
from that value. All right. So let's imagine I'm a remodeler. All right. I provide awesome kitchens. All right. Maybe a step lower. I provide customer service. All right. Maybe a step lower. I call people back. I give people security because I'm calling them back and giving them a safe space to actually get this stuff done. All right.
Deeper.
I'm going to go deeper than that. Maybe I provide a warranty to people so they can feel secure on the decision that they're making. I provide a quality product in that way. I go deeper. I give people time with their families so they're able to connect. I go deeper. I give them the opportunity to have like meaningful conversations. And I go deeper and I go deeper and I go deeper. I want you to write down the value that you provide your customers. Okay. Then what I want you to do on the other side of that sheet of paper is the opportunity for opportunities. And what ways can you double down on that value that you provide people? All right. Because if your first thing on value was you provided awesome, quality work, then how can you double down on that? You can double down on that with a 5-year warranty. If you know that your product lasts for 7 years, you can know the 5-year warranty. If you know that you provide time back with families, how can you double down on that opportunity? Straight up. Anthony Abb talked about the other week. You can offer a chef to come into their kitchen and cook an awesome meal in their brand new kitchen. All right. For us, we provide an awesome sales tool to people to be able to attract and close their ideal client. How can we double down on that? We can provide coaching surrounding it. We can provide the opportunity to fulfill their pipeline. We can provide a safe space for other contractors to talk about things to get them to level 10. All right. We can provide clear guidance on how to have meetings. We can provide clear guidance on how to hire. We can provide clear guidance on how to train your team. We knew this, so that's why we provide all this stuff. That's why I promise you, we're not allowing these contractors to be so like step into the greatness and be so energetic and so happy about this stuff over a simple product as far as a website. It's the fact that we understood our value. If we give back people time with their kids, if we know that, how can we double down on that? All right, we give people Yetis as gifts when they go forward with that. That's very strategic. Because the Yeti is something they're going to always keep. Most contractors drink coffee. Or if they don't drink coffee, they drink water. So this is a great opportunity for to keep something hot or cold in their hand at all time. They also have a Yeti. It's high end in that situation. We could have got an Igloo cooler or something like that, but no. We wanted to get of this product the highest end we could give them so they can feel a certain way because of it. It builds their identity. So if you know the value that you provide, you need to look at opportunities you can double down on that value. All right? You got to double down in bourbon. Exactly. Jared Shaw is 100% correct. All right? You got to be able to double down on that value. All right? So are we good to go on this value and opportunity? So this is something I want you guys to actually take some time to do. If we're good to go, give me some thumbs up, but take some time to do this. Write out the value that you provide to people. And on the right side of that chart, double down on, be strategic and think, what ways can you double down on that value that you provide people?
I would love to see, probably tomorrow, let's post this tomorrow morning in the group, who can come up with the most. Because just for our Facebook group alone, we came up with about 100. That's not even just CGN. That is just the Facebook group. So for you and your entire company, I'm very curious to know tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yeah, just put the number that you were able to find value-wise and then your top 2 benefits you found for yourself, or maybe the most eye-opening ones. Because the reality is, guys, and give me some thumbs up if we're good go with this, because if you get your value right and you get your opportunity right, all right, Nate said, company meeting is this week. I'm sure we can easily crush it. Nate, I want you to challenge you guys right now because I think that I know you have a designer. I know you have an office admin. I'm trying to remember everybody on your team right now, Nate. But if they really understood the value they provided to people and they were creative and thinking of opportunities they had to double down on that value, think about what that would do for your actual company. Think about the buy-in that you would get from those actual employees if they knew that they weren't just designing awesome, kitchens and bathrooms, but they were actually doing the amazing things that you know that they do. All right. So that's something that's huge. All right. That's something that's huge. So get that value, get those opportunities. Now, let me show you right now how this actually turns into money, because value and opportunities are great. Go through a VO chart is cool, but we're all here to show how this is able to better our own businesses and better our own lives. Now, let me show you guys right now how it's able to turn into money. All right. So go to the next slide real quick if you don't mind.
We got it. Brand messaging offer.
All right. So actually, I'm gonna go. So yeah, understand the. So I'll go back real quick. Necessary to understand the true value. Got it. Ben, sorry. We have different slide decks, so I'm making sure we're going through the right one.
We do.
All right. Your VO chart. Your VO chart is going to help you. It's central for you understanding your value and the opportunities you have, because that's going to affect your messaging. It's going to affect your messaging. It's also going to affect your brand, and it's going to help sweeten up your offer. So let me explain that to you guys real quick. All right. First of all, Mike.
Yes.
If I understand my value as someone who just provides paver patios to people, maybe a pergola or two, and I get an awesome customer service, what's my messaging going to look like?
It's going to be very simple. We provide quality work with great customer service.
Exactly. And that's all you're going to do. If you simply believe that's your value, then that's how your messaging is going to portray. It's not going to be about the ideas with family together. It's not going to be about, hey, we were super excited to, I think Nate Morales is actually a guy who told me this, that one of his outdoor living spaces turned into someone actually having a wedding there. A family had a wedding there. Like, that's the kind of messaging that you want to put out to people. You're giving them this oasis outside. You're protecting their most valuable asset through paint. You're doing this awesome thing where you're able to get families back together. Like, your messaging is going to portray that once you understand your value. All right? Does that make sense to everybody? DJ says you give the hardest homework. That's so funny. I appreciate that.
We do it because we care.
Yeah, we do it because we care. You know, what's my big thing? What do I always say?
You can't escape my love.
You cannot escape my love. All right. To you guys out there who think you can escape my love, don't worry. I'll message you guys on Facebook soon. But anyway, let's get to it. So if you understand your value and opportunities that you have to increase that value, your messaging is going to totally change. It's going to totally change. All right. Also, that goes to your brand. All right. Once again, use the simple analogy. Your brand is not a mirror. It's not how you see yourself. It's not just your logo. Oh, I see my logo. I see those colors. All right. Your brand is not just a mirror. It's actually a window. It's how people see you. It's how people see you. So if they see you based as someone who just provides flooring, this is to DJ, someone who just provides flooring, well, then they don't understand your value. And probably because you didn't understand your own value first and foremost. So you have to make sure that your brand is someone who actually gives people back time with their families, or, builds back nostalgia through flooring. You can run around. It gives you comfort of having, when you have your kids running around or you have your dogs running around, the floors are going to be secure. I have some financial stability. I can be able to sell my house at some point and feel comfortable with it. Or I can restore my house from the past to its now glory days. All right. You need to understand that value, because your brand will associate with that. And then that comes to your offer. All right. That comes to your offer. If you have more opportunities on that O part of that chart, more opportunities you have, then you can increase your offer. You can straight up, you need to be having things like check-ins. You should normalize check-ins. All right. If you know that people are, building great memories and things like that in their family time, then what you can do is you can have quarterly check-ins with all your clients, past customers. Check in with them. How are things going? I'm doing that because of the fact that I need to hear that value. The reason why we're so big over here with client wins, like today, we have, we have probably 5 new faces in the office now.
Yeah.
At least 5 new people. And so we always do client wins. And so today, Chris goes on his rant a little bit and talked about client wins. And it's so important let me read this real quick. Nate Morales said, had 2 different homes we built, had weddings. Just found the second one we took a professional photographer. Look, okay, that's it. That's it. You've got to find your client wins. You got to be searching for those things. Because one, it's going to fill your heart and allow you to understand the real value that you provide to people. All right? It's going to fill your heart in that way. So you need to go search for them. Also, that's going to allow for you to fully understand more of the value, and it can reflect in your messaging. All right? You guys, please, 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 if you're on this call right now, one of the easiest things you can do right now to increase your opportunities is 1, offer a warranty, and 2, get Google reviews. Those are the 2 things that far too many contractors don't have, that are super simple, super easy to do right now. And those things will just totally change the way you present yourself to your business. Because if you get Google reviews, you know that hey, I'm now understanding there's a certain public eye that's looking at me, and I'll make sure I level up in the right way. And then also warranty. Oh yeah, great quality product. Well, you know what? I'm going to provide an awesome product. And if you know your stuff lasts for 7 years, give a 4-year warranty. If you know your stuff lasts for 3 years, give a 2-year warranty. So like be proactive in that way. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's keep going. All right, you guys good to go, because once you understand your value and you start to build that into your brand, build that into your messaging, all right, you need to start posting on Facebook the right way. I am sick and tired, so sick and tired of people posting, oh, look at this awesome job we did. No one, stop doing that. All right, what you guys need to do instead is tell the story. Tell the story of why it's awesome, because then it's actually going to show the value that you provide to people. People can connect with it as well. All right, there is a reason that we are the leaders in this space doing this stuff. I had a conversation with Nate Morales, and it really inspired me because of the fact that he said, hey, you guys are that dark horse that's coming up on someone's butt, and we recognize we're taking over. And the thing is, we are taking over. And we have no problem saying that, but the reality, what that's a byproduct of, is you guys. You guys are stepping into your own greatness. I love to hear people like Anthony Abbott tell me, oh yeah, I got, $500,000 in the business bank account, and I'm super excited about it. Or people like Frank Winter tell me, hey man, he got upset just because he missed his kid's soccer practice, and he never misses them because that's what he does every single day. Or Joe McPherson he lives in DC with crazy traffic, picking up his kids every single day from school and taking them to school every single day. That's a byproduct of doing things the right way. All right. So you have to get on board with the idea that I got to attract and close my ideal client. And this is understanding that. All right. So let's go to the other part. Other applications for this stuff. Story brand. We talked about that a little bit. Some of our coaching calls. Long story short, every story has 3 elements. It's got a hero. It's got a problem. And it's got a guide. All right. Got a hero, a problem, and a guide. What happens is far too often, contractors position themselves as the hero. It's called hero bias. And you're not supposed to be the hero here. Not at all. All right? You're not supposed to be the hero. What you're supposed to be is you're supposed to be the guide. And you're supposed to allow your customer to be the hero. All right? They've got a problem. You're the guide who helps them solve that problem. And they're the hero. So stop talking about how great you are. Today I rode past a contractor's truck wrap on the way to work, and it said, best painters in town. Bro, who's the hero of that story?
Say that again?
They said best painters in town. Who's the hero of that story?
The contractor.
Yeah. Stop being the hero. All right? I can go on for days for this, but you guys can go to any awesome brand, Nike, Ford, Disney, Mercedes, and you're not going to talk about how great they are. They're simply going to show you how amazing your life is once you get a new iPhone, once you get a new Mercedes. Let them be the hero of the story. We good to go, Mike?
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So let's go to pattern of life. Mike, do you know where I got this from, pattern of life?
I have no idea where you got that from.
All right. So pattern of life is kind of crazy. So when I was in the military, my first deployment, I was part of what we call the strike force. So the strike force is the people who are actually going out on target and actually messing stuff up. So when I was there for the first, 3 weeks, I was one of the few people that actually had in my unit had as a lower enlisted had a TS. All right, so I had a TS. So TS is a top secret security clearance. And so that means I get to go into the JOC. And that's like where you have all these different screens and things like that. And so I was on this BS detail where I legit, I guess it wasn't BS, it was for national security, so I guess it wasn't too bad. But I was legit watching a screen, we call it ISR. I was watching a screen for probably 14 hours on end. I had these blue blocker glasses on where I had to watch and track the pattern of life of a high value target. And what that meant was I was legitimately typing in notes, and I type really, really slowly. Thank goodness, it didn't really matter back then. I had this long log of who was going into the building, who was going out of the compound, what kind of vehicles were they coming in? Were they coming from the north, south, east, or west? And we were tracking their pattern of life for us to get more intelligence on what was going on in their world. All right, what was going on? We good to go on the camera?
Yeah, you're still rolling. You're good.
All right.
Keep talking.
So I had to track their pattern of life in order for me to fully understand them. And what was really happening was I was tracking that to be able to give to other assets so they could, take care of business. But I was tracking their pattern of life. All right. The reason why I bring this up is because pattern of life is so important. You guys, your customers have their own pattern of life. All right. Your customers have their own pattern of life. You guys need to understand. I said I can't see Chris.
Keep talking. You're good.
You good to go?
Yeah, you're good. Keep
Clayton, am I good now?
I have the full slide right now. I'm adjusting the camera, so you're good. They can hear you.
Got it. Okay. Got it. Can you see me right now or no?
No.
Okay, no problem. I'm good to go on that. So, pattern of life. He said, where'd you go? Can you guys hear me at least? Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear me? I'll just make sure that everybody's good to go on that. Can you guys hear me? Mike, this is 2 weeks in a row, bro.
They can hear you. I know they can because I can hear you. I can hear you.
All right, they can hear me. All right, here we go. All right, so pattern of life. I'm assuming they can see the slide?
Yep.
All right. So with that slide, all right, what environmental changes prompt your clients to reach out to you so that they need your services? All right, let's go through that for a second. We have got to understand what our client goes through. We have got to understand what pattern they go through on a consistent basis for them to reach out to us. All right. So if it's someone, I don't know, let's go easy first, a pond industry. In the pond industry, the reason why it's so important, if anybody comes to me and talks about they're doing ponds, I really want to focus on make sure they're doing pond maintenance, because what's the pattern of life for ponds? What happens most often is people buy a house that's got a pond in it. They have no idea how to manage that pond. So they're reaching out to a pond company to help give them, to take care of it. So you're able to take care of it in that way. All right. The pattern of life for, a remodeler. A remodeler would be someone who is straight up dealing with, I don't know, somebody who's either their family dynamic has changed or they're moving into a new home and the home doesn't necessarily change with what they actually want. So you need to understand the pattern of life people go through. Can you pull up that actual document when you get a chance, brother?
Yeah.
Because what I want to do right now is let's kind of go through this document. Let's go through it with landscapers, and I'll just do landscapers first, because I think that if you're able to understand what the pattern of life is, so you can build what we call foot in the doors, it's going to be super important for you. So do me a favor, pull that up on the screen if you don't mind, Mike.
Yep, I got landscaping up right now.
All right, no problem. All right, so right now, do you see where it says, if you don't mind reading that off for me when you get a chance, Mike?
Up top where it says note?
Yeah, you start with note.
Yep. Landscapers, especially those around the CSA, really want to do ponds because they hear how great the margins are. They can do ponds, but should only do it as part of an outdoor living space. I'll explain why in the pond and water feature section.
All right. So let's go into it. All right. Let's understand the pattern of life of our customers. All right. The idea right now is that a lot of landscapers that I think of, like Clayton Farrell, Jeremiah, a lot of those guys started out as landscape maintenance people. All right. They started out as landscape maintenance people. And what they needed to do was they needed to up-level their situation. They need to fully understand the pattern of life of their customer in a way so that they were able to capitalize on that So they're able to reach out to people when it actually made sense. All right, so they should really, so we talk about landscape maintenance. Also, I love the idea of landscape maintenance if it's a company is able to offer that. They should really only focus on doing it for clients that have hired them for installation services. All right, also referred to as design and build, because those are clients that are willing to pay top dollar. It does not make sense if you're looking to make, honestly, it's just a volume play. If you're looking to make high margins and make good money, it does not make sense to do landscape maintenance for people that are just looking to do landscape maintenance. What it makes sense to do landscape maintenance for is people that you've already installed outdoor living spaces to. They know that you're already doing this high quality work that's going to cost top dollar. So you're able to understand that and give them that service, give them that stuff. All right. Do me a favor. Do you have like basements or anything like that on here, or home renovations?
For remodels, I have, what do I have? I have kitchen renovation and bathroom renovation.
All right, let me hop to that one real quick then.
Cool.
All right, so for kitchen renovation, all right, remodeling is a great business where when a contractor is done with one project, the homeowner is already thinking about the next project to start. So the timeline or lifetime value of the customer is pretty high due to repeat work. All right, think about that for a second. All right. I get one project done. I need to understand the pattern of life. If I come in and get a bathroom done, well, I see how awesome my bathroom looks, and then I'm going to step it up to a kitchen. Maybe I'll get my whole downstairs taken care of. All right. You need to understand the pattern of life, how your customer buys. All right. The kitchen renovation, heart of the home, or where, I think it's what I think that people miss out on. Can they see me right now or no? No. Okay. That's no problem. What really gets to me is that we don't understand our ideal customer, and we don't understand their pattern of life. But we don't understand that, okay, the bathroom. All right, we primarily focus on the guest bathroom and master bathrooms. All right, so all bathrooms have a shower tub to make it a full bathroom. Higher demand for this since the price point is lower. All right, like think about that for a second. If you understand that the price point is lower for a bathroom versus a kitchen, and that's why people are reaching out to you first. I saw today, I think Aaron's going to do a video on it, but I saw today there was some video, maybe on Fox or CNN, that someone talked about there's this contractor out there who I guess didn't get paid on the time frame that he wanted to get paid, and now he's coming back with a sledgehammer, like destroying the bathroom because he's like, hey, this is my property. I want to make sure it's taken care of in this way. So, like, you guys are fighting against like this horrible narrative that's been painted for you guys. And so you need to understand what your client is going through on a regular basis. Like, hey, if I got this 90s bathroom, this 90s bathroom, and or this 80s, 70s, 80s bathroom, it's my grandma's old bathroom. That's what they're dealing with. That's the pattern of life that people are currently dealing with. All right, bathrooms are from the 70s and 80s. Look like my grandma's bathroom, where it's still, still pink and green. All right, bathrooms from the late 90s and early 2000s usually look like an apartment bathroom where everything is stock. All right, so that's the pattern of life that your customer is going through. That's what they're experiencing. So you're able to take that and control the narrative and control your opportunity to actually reach out to them. When you think of, the pattern of life for our customer, what comes to mind for you, Mike?
Ooh, this is a fun question. I think a lot of time we see they'll try and do things on their own. They'll reach out to the local marketer or sale or like lead gen person. Mm-hmm. And then we often see, listen, all I got is this last 13,000 and that's it. And so it's almost like we come in that, like, this is gonna sound so hero biased, but I think it's the way that people just maybe see us as like this savior, where it's like a last-ditch effort.
No, but I don't think it's a last. What I think happens is this. I think that people get the confidence that they need to actually go forward and be the greatest person they can be. Because I think that what happens is so many people do get burned by marketing people beforehand. I totally get it, right? I mean, contractors do the same thing, right? So there's other contractors out there who are doing crappy work, and they've been, they're burning people. They're not calling people back. And I know that's not our clients at all, but the reality is people deal with that. And when they deal with that. They get burned and they have this negative taste in their mouth. And a homeowner is just looking for really just looking for someone to be able to take care of them. Now, there are homeowners out there who are not ideal and that kind of suck overall. But the reality is, I truly believe that most homeowners don't want to suck. The same way I love contractors, and I don't believe that they want to suck. I don't think that they want to, they need some clear guidance to do better. And I think that comes from an idea of us fully understanding our value, what we can actually provide people, what opportunities we have to provide contractors going forward with us. Because if we do not understand that, all right, hey, Clayton says I got 30 VOs down. I love that. Do me a favor, Clayton. You need to get to 50. Because when you start to search right now, like honestly, if I was giving you like, hey, no shit, you got to do it, you need to go to 100. But getting to 50 will allow for you to open up your mind even more to the value that you provide to people. Because right now we live in an environment where there's a whole lot of information, not enough substance. A whole lot of information and not enough substance. And like we don't wake up every single morning and go to work to do the surface level stuff.
No, never.
We go to work every single day to be able to make an impact, make a change. A pretty impactful thing that Logan said at the Mile High Profit Summit was he asked people who stood up to stand up if you were a service member or a first responder. So people stood up. Then he said, okay, keep standing up if you decided to do that because you wanted to have independence, you thought you could do whatever you want to do and no one's ever going to tell you what to do. He said, okay, or he said, sit down if that's the reason why you did it. And the reason why everybody kept standing up because as a service member and as a first responder, like there's a hierarchy there and you don't get the full independence that you really want. And he said, okay, great. What I want you to do right now, Terry said, I can't think of 10. Terry, that's huge. That's huge, Terry. All right. Hey guys, Terry is a painter. All right. Terry is a painter in Canada. What I want you guys right now to do is this. You guys have no idea. Would it make sense to kind of give a motive scenario with the VO? I would say it doesn't necessarily have to. What I would say to do, DJ, is what you want to do is you just want to really dive into the value that you provide your customers. All right. And there's some value in the motive, but I would really want to dive into what your customers think. But right now, what I want to do is this before we hop off of this. Terry is a painter. He's a painter in Canada. And I know a lot of us don't think that our businesses are so unique, but Terry has a business in Canada. He's a painting business. I want you guys all right now to flood the comments, and at least 10 of them, because Terry said I can't think of 10, at least 10 things that you can assume that Terry provides to the value he provides to his customers. All right. So give me 10 things right now from you guys. I want you guys to, so Clayton, DJ, Anthony, Jared, Justin, Anthony Pryor, Jeremy, Sean. I want you guys to flood the comments right now. Ben, flood the comments right now. All right. Terry is a painter in Canada. And I want you to give me 10 things that you guys, first thing I got from Nate. Terry, your client sees your value because you have many years of experience and you're a walking wealth of knowledge. Boom. You give the clients the opportunity to have status in the neighborhood. Boom. Terry, you're able to clean up very well. You have, fresh paint, a looking fresh house, cleanliness, good communication, a home to be proud of, home drive. All right. Give me 6 more, guys.
That's a really good one.
Home pride. Which one are you talking about?
Oh, Devon's.
Wait. Oh, a home to be proud when you drive home. Yep, that's huge. Think about that for a second. I'm leaving work. I'm stressed out, but I pull up and I get to see my home and I'm just excited to see it because it's a house I'm proud of. All right. They have pride when the guests are over. All right. I love what Philip just said right there. Pride when the guests are over. All right. So if that's the value that you provide people right there, what Terry provides, what's an opportunity he has to double down on that? All right. If they have pride when the guests are over, well, hey, part of my offer can include, part of my branding can include an incentive an incentive to refer me out. Because if I recognize that people have pride when the guests are over, then I want to have guests over. And I can double down on that value by giving them also the opportunity to incentivize my clients to refer me out. All right, so peace of mind, making it look nice. Maybe keeps the mother-in-law from judging so much. That's huge. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to give you guys your own 10 minutes to take care of this stuff on your own. I definitely appreciate you guys helping me out. Terry, does that help out? Terry, does that help out? Because I want you to know, like, you got to understand your full value. Giving every client past $1,000 gift card to give a friend this year. That's huge. Oh, sorry. Giving every client a $1,000 gift card to give to a friend this year. That's huge. I love that, Clayton. I love that. Terry, I'm glad that's able to help out. All right, guys. So let's do this. We're going to probably find another media guy besides Mike, because Mike can't get the camera to work for us. So if you guys are if you guys know somebody, reach out to me, let me know. But all jokes aside, guys, thank you so much for this. And I'm not even kidding, guys. Do this. Take the time to actually fill out this VO chart. Go through this together. All right. You can reach out to me if you really need to get some information on this, but reach out to the team, Sean, Jeremy, Tyler, the guys, Brian, but go through this chart. Go through this chart. Hey, he said, but Mike provides good value. You're safe, Mike.
Thanks,
you're safe.
Terry. Appreciate it.
You guys go through this chart and do this, because it's going to change the way you market yourself. It's going to change the way the message you put out there, going to change your offer, going to change everything about it. And this is no joke. When we went from being a website company to a company that's really focused on your kids. And that's when it all changed for us. And that's why we're able to give the way we're able to give right now. Like, I'm not sure if Logan's even talked about this yet, but we're doing now, like with our Legacy Maker clients, we're going to fly out to their area and
spend a day with them.
Spend a day with them, teach their whole team, be able to, help them up-level the whole industry around them, to help out with the other contractors, build more relationships. Like, it's super exciting stuff. And it's because we understand the value that we provide. And I want you to make sure that you guys do too. So have a great Monday, guys. Take care of yourselves. Remember, fill out this chart, and let's turn this into a cash machine, guys. Take care.